Hello, and tonight we travel back in time to America 100 years ago. As you settle in and relax, imagine a quiet morning in the year 1926. There are no smartphones, no internet, no social media notifications. Most people wake up to the sound of an alarm clock, a rooster, or the first light coming through their window. The sun rises over small towns, farms, and growing cities across America. Many homes do not have air conditioning. On warm days, people open their windows to let fresh air move through the house. A typical family wakes up early. The father may prepare for work in a factory, office, railroad yard, or farm. The mother often begins household chores. Children get ready for school. Breakfast is usually simple. Eggs, toast, oatmeal, biscuits, bacon, and coffee are common foods. Many families grow some of their own vegetables or buy food from nearby markets. After breakfast, the day begins. In cities, workers walk to streetcar stations or ride buses. Some own automobiles, but cars are still a luxury for many families. The streets are different from today. You may see horses pulling wagons alongside early automobiles. The sounds of engines mix with the clip-clop of horse hooves. Traffic lights exist in some cities, but roads are much quieter than modern highways. Children walk to school. Many carry books by hand because backpacks are uncommon. Classrooms are often strict and orderly. Students learn reading, writing, arithmetic, history, and geography. A school day can feel long. Teachers expect students to pay attention and show respect. Talking during class is usually discouraged. Meanwhile, adults continue their work. Factory workers operate large machines. Farmers spend hours tending crops and livestock. Office workers write letters by hand or use typewriters. Computers do not exist. Most business records are stored in filing cabinets filled with paper documents. Communication takes more time. If someone wants to speak with a friend in another city, they may write a letter. The letter could take several days to arrive. Long-distance telephone calls are possible, but they are often expensive. At midday, many workers stop for lunch. Some bring food from home. Others visit small diners, cafes, or lunch counters. The meals are simple and filling. Soup, sandwiches, meat, potatoes, and pie are popular choices. As afternoon arrives, life continues at a steady pace. There are no emails demanding immediate attention. There are no social media feeds to scroll through. Most people focus on the tasks directly in front of them. On farms, the work can be especially demanding. Animals need care every day. Crops need water and attention. The rhythm of life follows the seasons. By late afternoon, children finish school and return home. Some help with chores, others play outside with friends. Baseball, marbles, jump rope, and simple outdoor games are popular forms of entertainment. As evening approaches, families gather for dinner. The meal is often the most important family gathering of the day. People sit together, talk about their work, and share stories. After dinner, entertainment looks very different from modern life. Most families do not own televisions. Instead, they listen to the radio. The radio becomes the center of the home. Families enjoy music, news reports, sports broadcasts, and dramatic stories. Some people read books or newspapers. Others play card games with family members. In small towns, neighbors may visit one another in the evening. Life often feels more connected to the local community. As darkness falls, homes grow quiet. Many people go to bed earlier than they do today. Without endless digital entertainment, there are fewer reasons to stay awake late into the night. Bedrooms are simple. Mattresses are less comfortable than modern ones. Fans may provide relief during hot weather. On winter nights, extra blankets help keep people warm. Outside, the streets become calm. The glow of electric lights shines in cities. In rural areas, the night sky appears bright with stars. The Milky Way is often easier to see than it is today. As another day ends in America, 100 years ago, people drift off to sleep. Tomorrow will bring many of the same routines. Work, school, family, community. A slower world, a quieter world, a world without smartphones, streaming services, or the internet. Yet for millions of Americans in 1926, it is simply everyday life. And as you continue to relax, imagine those peaceful streets, the gentle sounds of a distant train, and the calm rhythm of a simpler time. Good night, sleep well, and thank you for joining this journey into the America of 100 years ago. But the story of everyday life in 1926 America does not end here. As the days pass, there is still much more to discover about work, family, travel, and the quiet routines of a nation 100 years ago. Welcome back. As the sun rises on another quiet day in America in 1926, life begins much as it did the day before. The world moves slowly. Most people do not rush through their mornings while checking dozens of messages. Instead, they focus on the simple tasks that need to be done. In many homes, laundry is one of the biggest chores. Modern washing machines are still uncommon in many places. Clothes are often washed by hand or with basic machines that require a great deal of effort. A typical wash day can take many hours. Heavy wet clothes must be carried, wrung out, and hung outside to dry. On warm days, long rows of clothing gently sway in the breeze. For many families, preserving food is also an important task. Without large modern refrigerators, people rely on ice boxes. Large blocks of ice are delivered by workers known as icemen. The ice helps keep food cool for several days. Many families carefully plan meals so that nothing goes to waste. In small towns, local stores play an important role in daily life. People often know the shopkeepers personally. A visit to the general store is not only a chance to buy supplies, but also an opportunity to hear local news. Neighbors exchange stories and discuss events happening in their community. News travels differently than it does today. There are no online updates arriving every minute. Most people learn about national events through newspapers and radio broadcasts. The morning newspaper is an important part of daily life. Many adults spend time reading headlines before starting work. The newspaper may contain stories about politics, sports, weather, and events from around the world. For children, life is often filled with responsibilities. Many help their families after school. Some collect firewood. Others care for animals or assist with household chores. Free time exists, but work is considered an important part of growing up. Entertainment remains simple. A child may spend hours with a favorite book. Others enjoy building toys from available materials. Many games require little or no money. Imagination is often the most valuable resource. As cities continue to grow during the 1920s, new buildings appear on the skyline. Construction workers help create taller offices, hotels, and apartment buildings. The modern American city is beginning to take shape, yet many streets still look very different from those of today. Gas stations are becoming more common. Automobiles are gaining popularity every year. For many families, owning a car represents freedom and opportunity. A trip that once required hours by horse can now be completed much more quickly. Still, long-distance travel remains a special event. When families travel across the country, trains are often the preferred choice. Passenger trains connect major cities and provide a comfortable way to travel. The steady sound of wheels on railroad tracks becomes familiar to millions of travelers. As evening arrives once again, families return home. Dinner is often prepared from scratch. Fresh bread, vegetables, meat, and homemade desserts are common. Meals take time to prepare, but they also provide an opportunity for families to spend time together. After dinner, the radio once again becomes the center of attention. People gather around it to hear music performed by live bands. Popular singers entertain audiences from hundreds of miles away. For many listeners, it feels almost magical. Voices travel through the air and arrive directly in their living rooms. Later in the evening, homes become quiet. Children finish homework. Parents prepare for another day of work. Lights begin to turn off one by one. Outside, a cool breeze moves through the streets. A distant train whistle echoes across the night. Somewhere on a farm, a dog barks softly in the darkness. The stars shine above a nation that is changing quickly but still moves at a much gentler pace than the world we know today. America of 1926 is not perfect. Life can be difficult. Work is often hard. Many daily tasks require patience and effort. But there is also a sense of routine, a rhythm that connects people to their families, neighbors, and communities. And as another peaceful day comes to an end, the country slowly drifts to sleep, The lights fade, the streets grow silent. And tomorrow, when the sun rises once again, millions of Americans will begin another ordinary day in the fascinating world of 100 years ago. Good night, sleep well, and join us again as we continue exploring the quiet history of everyday life in the past.